working with, years ago, but working with Arthur Penn, considered one of cinema's greats.
Yeah.
Did you learn something just early on from that collaborative
Well,
process?
we learned everything. We not only learned stuff from him about movies, we learned stuff about how to work together. It was amazing how Arthur took me aside and told me how to work with Teller, and took Teller aside and told him how to work with me. I mean, that's a level. We'd been partners at that point for 12, 13 years, and Arthur Penn taught us a lot. We had one big rule working with Arthur Penn. His whole life, he had been called Penn by his last name, or Penny, and I had always been called Penn. So we came in and made a truce. For the entire time we were shooting, no one was allowed to call him anything but Arthur, and no one was allowed to call me anything but Mr. Jillette, because neither one of us would be able to claim the pen from the other. Because we tried arguing over who was going to have it, and we certainly were not going to allow both of us to have it. So we finally ended up with neither of us having it. But Arthur Penn, it's rare that you get to even meet, let alone work with someone of that caliber. It was a once-in-a-lifetime event. We remained friends up until his death. And although the movie was not successful, and it was not successful as I believe, none of that was Arthur's fault. He made the exact movie we wanted to make, and he was just a brilliant American filmmaker. And you go back and you watch that stuff again, and it's amazing how good it is. And remember, he worked with Martin and Lewis. He worked with Dean and Jerry when they were a team. He worked with Abbott and Costello. By the time we got to him, he was known mostly for doing drama, but he cut his teeth in comedy.